So before I go into deep dive into scenario, like I wanted to talk about the traditional approach, how we do with customers today, right? So today you may have your business users who consume the report in multiple different manner, and I would say I have seen predominant of our customers who are like Excel savvy. They wanted to download the data from your existing self-service tool and kind of use it from there. Or they may have a scenario you would have put in, you may have created like a quick site type of a dashboard, kind of, and it's just a canned report. You could able to use it, or you could have created in a way that it's an interactive report where you could able to do drill down, drill through, like filter, and like you can do all of that in the interactive dashboard as well. Or you would have even enabled your power user to create the report and by using a predefined data set in the quick site. That's what the traditional approach is. But the problem in the traditional approach is your data team has to spend too much time in kind of generating those dashboard or creating those dashboard or creating those report. For example, we have seen our customers come back and ask the data team like, hey, can you give me kind of the sale happened in last 2 months, and I wanted to understand how we doing from a revenue standpoint, or like what are the different kind of shipments that did not fulfill in the right way. So there are different questions being asked back to the data team, and data team will tell them like, hey, here is a dashboard, like go and use it. And some users, like typically, okay, they will take a bookmark and they will use it. And some users in a business kind of scenario, like they don't want it to go into the dashboard. They prefer kind of asking question to someone and then they getting back the answer directly. And in those cases, typically the data team, like if they have a pre-built dashboard, they will immediately give the URL to them. But often you won't have the pre-built dashboard created, and so like, and they will have to spend time in writing a SQL query or spend a time in creating the report in the quick site, or like even put together like a SQL query and create a very quick Excel report and give it back to the users. And doing this, like it takes typically what we have seen with customers is like the data team typically takes almost 5 days to 10 days to turn around. And even if you put like high priority, they would take a whole day to kind of get back to the report. And by doing writing the query and doing a quality check and verifying the data is correct and all of it is going to take bare minimal 8 hours in a day. And what we're solving through SuperInsight is you can cut down all of that. So since you already have your data source created and cleaned and structured in the way that we talked about in a data readiness, and QuickSight will directly talk to your actual data warehouse layer and provide the answer directly back to the business user. So with this, you can, so basically, if you are a team who's familiar using Slack or like any other communication channel, or if you have built any other application type of user interface, if you have like your ERP system or your TMS systems or any other systems that you have, we could able to build like a custom chat interface within that particular system, make your user directly talk to the SuperInsight and get the data that they want. So like this eliminate the time that your data team spend every now and then answering all the basic questions. Since you already prepared the data and data warehouse and in the layer that it's structured in the way that you could able to easily consume it, AI will directly talk to the layer and get the understanding of that. And what we have seen, the other aspect of it is like customers right now, we have seen many customers who wanted to move towards like they are in on-prem SQL, they are in like SAP BW, or like they are in like Oracle data warehouse, and they wanted to move away to the modern data platform. And when they move it, one of the concerns that they have is like they have built a bunch of reports in the legacy platform, like SSRS or like Power BI or anything like that. And when they move into the data warehouse, modern data warehouse platform, one of the concerns that we have seen is where they had to spend too much time in converting all this report to the modern data platform as well. And like with SuperInsight, what we have seen also is like if you enable the SuperInsight in a day one, you don't have to spend too much time in building those reports. You can quickly give a solution back to your business user team, like to have, for them to ask questions and get the data that they needed. So you don't have to wait until you convert all your reporting layer into your modern data stack. You can just move quickly into Redshift and kind of enable the QuickSight, so enable the SuperInsight, so you can just get the data that you want, and you don't have to spend too much time in building those reports and all of that. And again, I'm not saying you don't need to go with canned reports or you don't need to go with interactive reports. That's going to be there. but you can focus on where you need to spend energy. You can put your executive dashboard in your interactive report. You can have your canned reports to send to your executives on a daily basis, but your operations teams who are data savvy kind of people, they can just talk to a SuperInsight and get the data. You don't have to build like full blown dashboard every now and then for them, because even if you build it, they will be come back like, oh, I need this view, I need that view, and all of that. So if you just give them SuperInsight, it's easy for them to ask question and get the data that they want, and it's personalized to them. And we add security on top of it. So like if you ask questions on SuperInsights, we understand who the user is. We apply the row level security on top of that, and that's what the user will get as a response back to the response as a data from the SuperInsight.